Welcome back to episode 2, and welcome to episode 2. For those of you who this is your first time listening to episode 2, welcome. If you're a repeat listener of episode 2.
Welcome to the repeat listeners first.
And now I'd like to acknowledge those of us who are
listening back.
for the third time. And third and last most, I'd like to acknowledge our first-time listeners.
We're like an airline acknowledging their like Sky Miles members.
Yeah, I want a pilot who just hops on the mic and starts talking to us like a podcast as the flight's going.
It's my friend Peter's birthday today, and he has a twin, and I didn't even think that it would possibly be his twin's birthday today too. I was, because I texted Peter like at midnight saying happy birthday, and then I was just texting in this group chat with his twin, Will, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, it's your birthday, too.
Yeah, I've been saying for the longest time they should separate those.
Those two?
Well, those two in particular, but also just twins that have birthdays together. It's so pick-me for twins to have birthdays on the same day.
Yeah, you see it on the Instagram story, and it says, happy birthday to my best friend, but really what they're saying is, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday to myself. Maybe that's their best friend is their self.
Yeah.
As it should be. Your best friend should be yourself and your dog. Man's best friend is himself.
Yes.
Dog's best friend is his man.
What is a dog's best friend?
Isn't it people? Isn't that the whole thing? Well, I mean, a dog's best friend is man because we've sort of forced them to be. Yeah. They don't really have much of an option. They're kind of if you lock the door, they're not getting out.
Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where it's like, dog is man's best friend, but dog has other best friends. Like, yeah, no, you're definitely my best, or I'm definitely your best friend.
I mean, if you ever go to a dog park, dog's best friend is clearly dog.
Yeah, dog's best friend is dog. Man's best friend is dog. They're not stopping to
make chit chat. They're not making small talk with the other humans. They're talking to the other dogs.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel kind of awkward now. We need to find a new best friend, a mutual best friend.
Oh, are you talking on behalf of the dog?
As man, we need to find a new best friend because dog has other
new animals that could potentially be eligible. Gecko, I think it's a super cool animal. Obviously, been popularized through the insurance ads. Not necessarily. I've never seen one in real life.
Would you know?
Would I know? Oh, that's true.
Would you be able to just?
That's just a very small green man selling insurance.
Yeah, exactly. And he's British.
And they're British.
Dog is man's best friend. Who created that saying and where was the grammar?
Dog is man's best friend.
It seems like they were in a hurry.
Well, it sort of reads like a headline.
Headline-ese. Yeah.
What I don't understand is, you know how like there is like a certain set of grammar that is specific to news headlines?
Yeah.
Why don't they just do normal grammar? Is it because it condenses the...
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like 3 words, like man shot dead, not like so guys. A man was...
Well, I think we could lose the so guy.
Last night. Those are the 2 options. It's either man shot dead or, all right, guys, here's what happened, okay? Listen carefully.
Here's the tea.
Yeah.
I would like news that's more gossip style.
Oh, then you would love magazines.
No. Oh. I want news that's broadcast news that's about the same things we're talking about robberies. We're talking about closings of highways. We're talking about all that sort of business. But I want it to be in the style of e-news or gossip columns, where it's they're always very careful about saying we don't know who, we don't have that. But I think the news anchors should be providing their hunches and maybe chasing down leads on their own independently.
Oh, like a detective.
Well, detectives notoriously don't gossip. If you ever get in the room with a detective, they will give you no ground.
Yeah.
I've never seen a detective in real life. Did detectives, how detectives have that very specific style of dress? Was that because at the time that's how people dressed? Or did detectives in particular, because there's nothing they're wearing is specific to what they do at their job.
Right. It's just like a trench coat and a hat, a bowler hat or a fedora. Yeah. So was everyone wearing that at the time is what you're saying? Yeah, that's a good point. Why did they keep wearing that as fashion continued? Why are detectives still in 1930s garb?
Well, are they still? I mean, think of your top 5 current detectives.
Okay. Well, Batman is not wearing that.
Is he a detective?
Yes. He's the world's greatest detective.
Was that the original branding for the movie? Wait, so he's a detective and then every once in a while he just beats up on goons?
Yes, but he doesn't kill them. Yeah. Yeah, good luck with him. Good luck.
Does he not kill people? Oh, because his parents were killed. I was wondering if it was
were very strict on that. They said, you are not going to kill anyone, Batman.
Yeah.
Well, that's our one rule. No roughhousing. Well, you can roughhouse, but you can't kill.
Yeah, so you're a new parent. Walk me through your new set of house rules for your kids.
Number 1, no roughhousing, no killing.
Understood.
Number 2, no kicking.
Yeah.
Number 3, no lights after 9 p.m. Number 4, no exiting the simulation except to eat and pee. That's it.
That's the 4?
Yeah, those are the 4 rules.
Okay.
Should we go over them again?
Yes.
Number 1, no roughhousing, no killing. Number 2, no kicking. Number 3,
So kicking is outside of the roughhousing spectrum. So is that a different, like, is that like kicking in the sense of like can't kick a soccer ball, can't kick a football, that sort of thing?
Right. Yes, exactly.
Okay, and then the roughhousing is sort of all encompassing. Can't roughhouse, also can't kill. Is that just can't kill your siblings, or is that can't kill at large?
Cannot kill yourself to get out of the simulation.
Okay, understood.
Because that's the classic loophole that everyone. If you
This
die in the
conversation is
simulation,
between the lawyer representing the children and the parents.
oh no! This is me telling my parents.
My clients, their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
It's
Sorry,
a
that was
snake
just
lawyer.
that was just a pinch me moment. I was stopping to acknowledge that.
Okay.
This is my first ever lawsuit.
If you had 4 house rules for your children as a parent, what would they be?
Okay, 1, no climbing the walls. 4, you can eat.
Okay. oh, it's 1
The
through
2
4.
in the middle they have to be unlocked as they age
Oh,
up.
that's cool. I like that. Yeah,
and
I
they
like
will.
that. Well, can you tell me what they are?
No. They'll be enforced, though. They'll be enforced, but the kids have to figure it out. Because I want my children to be independent. I don't like all these helicopter parents saying, oh, this is how I feel. Oh, this is what you're doing wrong. I don't like them spewing all their information at my kids.
What are you talking about?
It just makes me sick.
Man, hypothetical parents are getting crazy these days.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You sound like the pilot on his podcast.
Oh, yeah, you could say that about this whole damn thing.
And now you sound like the lawyer who's pissed off to be negotiating this contract between the parents and the children.
This is so much work. Oh, this is so boring.
Being a lawyer does sound boring. I'll say it. No one else had the guts to say it. Nonetheless, we press our lawyer all the time. We'll schedule meetings with him. We'll say, be honest. You're not having fun, are you?
Yeah, and he charges for that time. Or she.
Yeah, he still won't reveal. When we call, it's one of those like silhouetted deep voice.
Yeah, that's good.
We have an evil
how
lawyer.
about, yeah. Oh, man, that would have been a great bit to use when we were in high school during COVID. And the teachers would say, please turn your cameras on. Then I turn the camera on and I'm silhouetted and I have a garbled, like, deep voice.
And you start going into a testimonial
Exactly.
about, I didn't know that he was going to be. Yeah.
He was always a nice guy. Aiden, what's the answer? This is a big shock to me. Aiden's identity. I mean, the person's identity has been covered up for their safety. And
what the hell?
Yeah, it just.
What the hell? You could have cut this out.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yep. My bad.
Yep.
Remember on Pair of Kings, one of the kings had to leave the show
because he got a DUI. Yeah.
Oh man, that was.
If you follow this train through, I think a lot of Disney media, you can find that. Probably as children, we didn't realize what was going on, but it would get recast from probably.
Right.
I think it is a very interesting concept for children's media. You know, like you see in off screen.
Yeah, I remember they replaced him with either Zeke or Luther. I don't remember which one.
I believe we would have to check this, but I think he also like got arrested for armed robbery.
Wow, so they were oh my god, armed robbery as a child star. Oh wow, that's making a statement as a child
If it's
star.
the right one, I don't know if that's the correct one. But the fact that there is another one who did,
right. I can't believe. Yeah, wow.
They should make a show with all the disgraced child.
That's funny. That'd be cool.
Like all the people who got kicked off the shows go on like probably a reality show if I had to guess.
Or just a scripted children's show about skateboarding or something. Yeah.
And they all have a bad side and they all carry a gun.
Yeah.
And in the show, it's a children's show, but every once in a while they'll have an altercation and they'll flash their gun.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't want to escalate this.
Yeah.
Welcome back to all of our third-time listeners.
Would you get a Hollywood star on the Walk of Hollywood Fame
When?
if you could?
If it's this weekend, I can't.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Hypothetically.
Okay.
This weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. It has to be. I'm sorry, we just have no other
Yeah,
room. I
you
could
guys are
squeeze you in
squeezed.
hypothetically this weekend. But.
For anyone who has not been to Los Angeles, sunny Los Angeles.
Yeah, sunny, beautiful, sweet LA.
We got our bike stolen.
That was what the preface was?
No.
For
I just
anyone
remember
who's
that.
never been to LA, we just got our bikes
No, that just
stolen.
reminded me because I was thinking Los Angeles, that's where we live. What's happened
Yeah,
recently
pretty
where we live.
unfortunate.
That was a bummer. Barely
Well,
got to
hey,
ride
speak
them.
for yourself. My bike is still there, the one that I assembled.
Yeah, well, we it's hard to say whose bike was whose.
Clearly, yeah. Right.
Anyways, if you've never been to the sunny Los Angeles home of the Lakers, you have never seen the Walk of Fame, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's very underwhelming. It's
I got to be honest, I was whelmed. Like, I think I knew what I was going into. I don't know what you were expecting necessarily.
I thought it would be like set to the side. It's on the sidewalk. Like you walk on. There's nothing to be like. You are now on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Just like you look down, you're like, oh, like you have to like dust.
Oh my
it
God,
off
it's
and-
Bob Hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of, at first, it's kind of fun, like, whoa, it's Neil Armstrong. And then it's like, that's just his name. Like,
You would like more.
I thought that if you stomp on it and if you lick it, I will be honest, if you lick it, then they'll appear.
Mm-hmm.
You have to say their name 3 times or something like
You have
that.
to say their name 3 times, and that
I
will
did this
force
probably
them to
10,
appear.
15 stars. None of them came except one.
Who was the
Taylor
one that-
Swift.
Taylor Swift came.
She came and she was generous. She
With
was
her
lovely.
time.
She was generous with her time and lovely with her voice.
And
I got to be honest.
Did she sing to you? Did you have her sign anything?
Yeah, she was mostly doing sign language. I was
Yep.
having her translate. Yeah, I had her sign most
You
of
said,
the
"Oh,
time.
great, Taylor's here." Okay,
Yeah,
so
cool.
this person is.
Could you
deaf.
sign for me real
Yeah.
quick? And then I had her do some sign.
A lot of people don't know she does freelance as a sign language interpreter. I've been informed we have to clean our bathroom.
Okay, we can do that.
I didn't know. I don't know how often I'm supposed to clean the bathroom.
Yeah, we definitely should clean our bathroom.
I don't know what level of gunk is allowed to accumulate in the rim of the toilet, along with on the counter portion of the sink.
Yeah, probably 4.
Level 4.
We're probably
So
getting
that's
up to 4.
level 4. That means you can't see through it. Level of gunk so thick that you can't see through it.
Yeah.
Or is that 4 inches of gunk?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not sure what the ruling
No,
is.
what I don't understand is when you use dusting supply, that's not a thing. When you use a dusting solution,
Dusting supply.
I don't
Yeah.
think about it.
How much? We're running low on dust.
When you use when you're dusting, and you spray and you go psh with a thing,
Mm-hmm.
you can also do it without that, right? Like a rag will also pick up dust.
Yeah, probably the same amount of dust. Yeah.
So what am I spraying on the rag?
Welcome to class consciousness. Capitalism is taking over our lives.
Oh, sorry, class is starting.
Yes. Now, thank you for bringing up dust spray. I will do you one better. Why are we squeegeeing the shower? Like, oh no, it's the glass is gonna have like strains on it. Like, it's gonna get wet every single day. Why are we drying off the glass of the shower? I dry off
Yeah.
my body.
That's like people who rake their leaves, or people who you can get rid of the dew on your morning lawn by combing it. It's like you need to have you got to fill your
Don't need a
day with
product
other
for that.
stuff.
Yeah.
It does it automatically. That's sort of one of the beautiful aspects of nature.
Is that it gets rid of the dew.
The dew. Is there any practical purpose behind squeegeeing the shower?
They take your money.
It is fun. That's something to be said. Also, then you can see out of the shower window. The only instance I can think of is if you were being attacked in the shower and you're going, "Who is this?"
That's the perfect way to reveal your attacker. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to do that. I feel like a lot of people that I know are training for half marathons. I've been seeing this on my socials.
You're
I don't
at
know.
that age.
I don't know at what age. we
Buddy,
hit.
you're at that age.
Yeah.
Yep. You're in your prime. Everyone's taking a half marathon to their wedding.
That can't be right.
Yep. Everyone's doing a half marathon, and it's all like everyone in their company is doing it at the same time.
Yeah, how big do you want your wedding to be? Doesn't have to be you, but if you're producing a wedding.
What do you want? Like someone
Okay,
else's
let's do
wedding?
a hypothetical. It's your wedding.
Okay.
How big do you want the wedding to be?
Not very big.
Not very big. What is that, 4 people?
I'm probably just doing me and I'm probably just marrying one person.
Okay. And let's talk about who you want at the wedding, right? Do you want
Jason Tatum's entire family.
Jason Tatum's entire family? That goes without being said. I invite them to almost every event, no matter how small. When I make a Google Calendar invite, it puts them before
It's nice
myself.
that they RSVP. They have said no every
They say
time,
no.
but it's
very
nice
courteous.
Of them. Very courteous.
Their only condition is we have to fly them out. We don't have that kind of moolah. Every time I say, unfortunately, we don't have that kind of moolah right now.
Yeah. Oh, what is moolah? Is that like an actual word?
I believe that's just a term for money.
No, I know that. I know, but I'm saying the origin-wise. Like, is that like, this is the French word for money? Or is it just like someone said moolah?
I think it's in the same way people say target. I think it's that same
Oh, so it's
bland.
actually mola? Like, what are you talking about right now? Like, seriously? That's what you sound like.
Well, target, as we know, is target, but with a French pronunciation.
Yes.
Whereas moolah is not at all how money's spelled, but I think in the same way that people say, they say, oh, I want to say money, but I want to say it in a funny way, so I say moolah.
Show me the moolah.
But moolah is being phased out because contactless payment, because of Venmo.
Yeah.
Not a lot of funny
now
ways
it's
to
all
say Venmo.
Crypto.
Send me your crypto. What's in your wallet?
What's in your wallet?
It's being phased out.
Phased out. I haven't heard that one.
Phased out. Have you been to Paris?
Yeah.
I've been too.
All right.
It's crazy that we didn't see each other there.
Nope. All right. Anything else?
When people visit places and they say, have you been? I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to say, have you been? And they'll say yes. But I'll say, but have you been to have you seen the real?
But have
Paris?
you been, Ben?
Yeah. Have you really been?
No, really. Have you been?
Because very few people have.
But then don't elaborate on what you mean at all.
And just throw them a wink and then a business card. That's something that I think is pretty awesome. I had someone hand me their business card recently. First time that's, I think, ever happened. It elevated the conversation immediately. It made them seem super cool. It could have been a business card for nothing. Could have just been their person. They could have been unemployed. That's good too. I like that unemployed business card. I don't have anything to offer. This is my contact information. Here's my routing number to my bank.
What can you do for me?
What can you do for me? I like that a lot.
Ask not what I can do for you.
Ask what your country can do for me.
Oh, yeah. Should we make business cards?
I think we can make business cards. I wonder if those, because I feel like there were companies that existed specifically for business card creation. They've probably rolled into other products now, but I just remember seeing ads for companies that would make
Vistaprint.
Yes, exactly. That's a great example.
Thank you.
Yes, and they would make business cards, but I just don't imagine that's as popular or necessary now.
Yeah. Have you seen these business cards that Gen Z is making, where it's like in their notes app? It's like, here's my business card, and it's just like something that they've made in their notes app with like their info on it.
No, I haven't seen that. Is the idea that
Thank God?
Is that something you're trying to get going? Are you supposed to take a picture of it? Is that
Yeah,
like
I think so. Which is just like no, absolutely not. I'm not
Yeah, because you're against photos. Because why?
because I'm on the no photo list, Ryan.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about the no photo list. That's insane. There were those people. That was essentially children who were on like the what's it called when you commit a crime and then you have to witness. That's like children who are just essentially in the witness protection program for children.
Yeah.
But you never know who's on the no photo list. So know what I would do on the no? I don't know if this was a countrywide thing, but in our school district, we had a list of kids who could not be photographed. So what the teacher would do on the first day to find out who's on the no photo list is we would all line up and they would take a picture. And some people, you would take a picture and they wouldn't appear in the frame, sort of like a vampire.
Yeah, exactly.
But in reality, they were just really quick. So they would scamper out of frame. Okay, so watering plants is something that we've had to come across as new plant owners.
And you're gonna have to
this
come
guy
across
right
this.
here. We did not buy him or her or them as a prop for the podcast. We brought them as a prop for the house. So what does that mean? That means that
Number one.
one, we have to water it, which is something I didn't realize when we bought it.
Really?
Number
You didn't think about that when we bought it?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay,
Number two, I didn't know how much we have to water it.
Okay, I feel like that's part of number one. We can't. We're lumping those into. We're on two right now.
Number three, I didn't.
This better not be about water.
I still haven't looked up how often we have to water them.
Oh,
so
come on!
I
That's all number one. You just said number one and elaborated on it. That's not a list. You didn't list anything.
I'd like to welcome all our second-time listeners. I'll water it maybe once a week.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess you could look it up. I should just look it up.
Yeah.
I really should. I
have the info. I have the info.
Well, I've asked you multiple times and you won't tell me.
No, I mean it doesn't say how much to water it. I just have the info on what type of plant.
You had the watering info and you're withholding it the whole time.
Tell you.
We were gone for a month and our roommate watered, which was very, very sweet and kind of him.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, he said he watered. He may have just wet the plant.
I wet the plant again last night.
Yeah, I wet the plant. Yep.
I'm really.
Yep. Put the liquid in there. Yep. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot to talk about.
I was hoping you wouldn't bring this up. Okay, just say it. Just say it. It's fine. Just say it.
You're missing your arm.
Okay, all right. I have a confession to make. I'm standing in front of a green screen right now, and I have a green sleeve on.
Yes, this is an affliction that affects new weather broadcasters.
Yeah.
Are weathermen losing their job to the app?
Absolutely. There is no way that there's going to be weathermen in 2 years. Weathermen, women.
They were a staple of our community. I mean, that was probably the most likable. What an easy job at a broadcast, because the other broadcasters, they got to break the hard news, and then you cut to weather. That's never anything severe.
They do it like multiple times in the same broadcast. They really stretch it out. They start getting fun with it. They're like, what's your they do little segments like the taking out the garbage check. What's the weather going to be like while you're taking out the garbage? And then they have a fun little animation of like you taking out the garbage. And it's like, it's going to be 64 degrees when you take out the garbage today. If you take out the garbage between 6:30 and 7:40 a.m. And then they'll do the
early to rise, late to bloom. If you're waking up at 1 p.m., the weather inside your house will be.
Yeah.
They really do stretch the weather to.
They can just tell you what the degree is at a certain time and get on with it. That one should just be like a text on a screen. You don't need a presenter.
Also, there was the whole trope of like the weatherman is always wrong. The app's almost never wrong. So were the weathermen just really bad at it? Because
I think it's because they were having too much fun with it. Because like they take these numbers and manipulate them so much. It's like there's a local AAA baseball game today. If you're heading to that, the parking lot's gonna be great. And then we're dipping down 2 degrees by the time the foul ball man is struck out. It's like, just tell me what temperature it is at 7 p.m. and you will be right.
I don't even need the temperature. I need the it's going to be 65 to 70 today. Awesome. They stretch the weather so much when, they could fill it with other things. Like I imagine they just don't have enough news to talk about, maybe, but like you could talk about I don't know. Yeah.
They also take you into a look. They give you a look into their process. They're like, here's the Doppler radar. I'm going to show you what the dew point is and how we calculated it to get the temperature. I don't need to know.
They do take a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
They tell you the weather and then they're like, come on, I'm going to show you something.
I don't care. I don't need any of this. Yeah.
They should do that with the actual news as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a closure on I-95.
Yeah.
You're probably wondering how we know that.
There's a high pressure front coming in from the north.
I'm talking about traffic. Let me have my moment.
That's the other thing. The weather people, they have so many segments throughout the news.
Is there a traffic guy that's only the traffic guy?
I don't know.
Oh. Don't know?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I don't know. This is my first one. I think if there's a guy whose whole thing is weather, I mean traffic, that's a big part of our lives, and that's ever changing. That's something you can't predict. That is way more relevant.
That's so true. They should be doing traffic the amount that they do weather. They do one traffic update a day where it's like I-40 is closed for construction. They need to be given updates. That's the one where I need to know, while you're making your eggs, the traffic is going to be off the charts. And then, like...
That's a great point. Like, in where we're from, they would always talk about, like, basketball games, the weather, getting to the... It's a 3-minute walk to a dome. I'm going inside of a building.
Can you guess where we're from?
We're from the dome.
We're from the
that one show where they live in a dome. Yeah, we're from.
I was gonna say the Simpsons movie where they put Springfield in a dome.
Oh, I called it that one show.
Yeah,
he just had nothing to say. No, I was talking about. I believe it was called The Dome or Dome. Right? What was that one show where they lived in a dome? Anyways, the weather is.
I don't
not
think it was called Dome. That would be very funny.
Dome.
Yes.
I love a very I want to finish my point about the weather. Can you give me 2 seconds? I'd like to thank our 5th-time listeners.
Oh, welcome back, guys. And why'd you start now? Why did you start the video 40 minutes in?
Why would you? Oh, you think it's 40 minutes in? That's a good bit. I would like to guess how far in we are every once in a while.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I've seen how long the recording's been going when I went up to check. I'm going to guess we're at 35 mins.
Oh, why'd you act like it was crazy to guess 40? You were like, you think it's 40 minutes? It's 35 minutes. Like,
this is not a conversation you want to hear when you just finished a 5K and the people are trying to guess what your time was.
You do not want to hear times like 35, 40 minutes. You do not want those numbers coming out of
40 minute, 3 mile.
No, you want times like 18 minutes, 17 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
I drove my Batmobile. Who could it have been?
What's the fastest mile you ever ran?
Were Batmobiles? He made that, right? That wasn't a car that he could buy stock.
Are you seriously? You're going into the Batmobile thing and rejecting my question?
No, I wanted to cover that before getting into your question.
Okay, all right.
The fastest mile I ever ran was in elementary school. That is interesting.
It was all downhill.
I ran cross country in high school, and my 5K time was like significantly slower than my elementary school.
That's
not significantly,
like
but like, yeah, I don't know. I think I ran like a 21 minute 5K, and I ran sub 6. Saying individual mile. I guess if I was running an individual mile, it'd be different.
For sure, that's very different.
But I guess the split, yeah, they never had me run a 5K as an elementary schooler.
But didn't you have to run the mile in like high school and stuff?
We did not have to run the mile in high school. Oh. You had to run the mile in high school?
Or at least junior high.
Oh, wow. No, we aged out of that. I think we never.
Interesting.
Yeah, because in elementary school, everyone tried. The pacer test was a big deal in junior high. Big. I would like to adopt the metric. Is the metric the Celsius in centimeters?
Mm-hmm. That's the
Celsius.
system.
Well, I guess they're independent. They're just both used over there. But I lump them together. I think people that are using centimeters, we're also probably using Celsius.
Yeah.
You know what I think is kind of dumb is, you know, people who use the metric system, they'll go, oh, he's 180 centimeters, not nearly as cool as being, I don't know what this equates to, but being like, oh, he's 6'2", you know, that's cooler as being like,
yeah,
they're 180.
To me, saying 180 centimeters implies length. Like, that's a big worm, guy. That's a massive worm, man. Like, if you're using centimeters to describe a human, they are laying down flat. That's not
That's measuring them stretched out. Yes. Yeah. Wait 1 second. I want to make sure I recorded.
We got it.
Clip it.
Yeah.
Clip it.
We have a podcast.
That was just too
I'm going to
good.
guess now we're at 38 minutes.
Okay, so I propped up.
I took the fun out of it.
No, I propped up the audio recorders so we could see when it's about to die.
And I was still wrong.
And he was off.
We're at 41.
Also, that's not going to be. That's not going to equate to the actual runtime. I'm bogging you guys down with the logistics.
Yeah, don't.
I hope you're listening to this on your morning commute, or I hope you're listening to this as you're retiring from your job of 50 years.
Oh. If you are listening to this on your morning commute, I have a message for you.
Okay, so we'll do 2 different messages. One for if you're listening to this on your morning commute, and one for if you're listening to this at your last shift of your 50-year job that you hate.
But you powered through it for your kids and their kids.
Yes. Okay, you do the.
Okay,
go.
this is my message for everyone on their morning commute. Hi, everyone. I really hope you get to work on time. I hope there's nothing in the road impeding you, especially if you're where I think you are. Okay, good luck.
Now I'll do mine. 50 more years. This is me as your boss, by the way.
Oh, no.
50 more years.
No.
Half the pay.
No.
Double the hours.
No.
Next.
Why?
That was They have to accept your retirement. And sometimes they'll do that. Unfortunately, sometimes they will just throw it right back in your face.
Oh, that sucks. I'm getting worried about that because we're probably going to have to do that for each other,
We are
given that we're self-employed.
We are getting to the point where we're mulling retirement. It's not on the forefront of our minds.
We're
but
mulling it, though.
We're mulling it over.
Yeah, the gears are
We do
slowing.
have that conversation every day.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's not, we're going to retire next year, right? It's in a few years.
Yeah, well, obviously we're
making
going
a
to
plan.
retire next year.
Oh.
So, I
Oh,
thought
you're
that's
older
what you
than me,
said.
though.
I am older than him. Let's simulate our retirement conversation that we have every day.
Okay, I'm probably going to be talking really slow, so
Okay, ready?
just be prepared for that.
Okay. I don't want to do it.
We have to.
Okay.
Yay!
Aiden can't talk fast until he's had his coffee.
Yeah, that's me every morning before my coffee.
It seems like he's yawning, but also all joking aside,
To be serious.
when he does that slow speak and then you play back the video and you double the speed, it looks like he's talking normal speed and everyone else around him is moving twice as fast.
Yep. Play back the video, double the speed, give it to the next person.
If you're upwards of 10 times listening to this podcast, you probably already watched this at half speed, at double speed, probably once all the way through in reverse.
What's your podcast speed?
What's my
What
1.2?
do you you consume at 1.2 speed?
Yeah,
Why? If that's like pointless to me, it's like
I can't comprehend because I really struggle to focus. Like, when you read a book and you like read the same line 4 times, and you're like, what was the point? I didn't comprehend any of that. I do that with podcasts because I'll be driving and I'll just like get my monologue going in my mind and I'm like, I didn't hear any of that podcast. So if it's on double speed, not even a chance. I hear that like a mosquito just buzzing in my ear.
Yeah, double speed's definitely like Spotify goes up to like 2.5, 3 times speed. I don't know who that is for.
I've never heard of anybody who listens at a significantly slower speed.
Yeah, who's going like 0.5 speed for podcasts?
Maybe giants.
Giants.
Yeah. They move like giants are always hitting down really slow.
Yes, and walking big steps.
So giants probably listen on 0.5 speed.
Yeah, like Russell Wilson.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. Russell W. You think of Russell as like a very nerdy name, but those are the only 2 Russells in mainstream media besides like Russell Crowe, and none of them are nerds.
I'm trying to think of all the nerdiest Russells on the planet that I know.
And assemble them into
one mega K-pop group.
That's going to be game over for, 13 or 17. Is it 17 is the K-pop group or 13? 17?
I think at age 17 you were forced to join a K-pop group and then...
Yeah, you have to enlist in K-pop.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, a draft for pop groups.
There's Korean pop. Is there A-pop? Is there American pop? Is that just pop? I guess to us it's just pop. Do they call it K-pop over there? Or do they just call it pop? They probably just call it pop, right? They probably just,
That's good. That's good. It's like how we just call it food. Thank you.
But they call it K-pop.
Yeah, I think they just call it food there. Yeah.
Okay, we go to your favorite food store. I gotta know, what's your go-to order?
Let me get the food. And then I'll just be out of here. I just want the food.
I want to get out of your hair, but you know me. You know what
I'll
I'm after.
take the check, please. I will have the check, and for the lady, she will have the food. Oh, I'll take the check, and the lady will have the food. And nobody gets hurt. Deal?
Ordering at a drive-thru I find very awkward.
I can already tell this is not going to be relatable to me, but continue.
Well, because I feel like you pull up and then you roll down the window and then you're just You pull up and you roll down the window, and then you're just looking around. And you're waiting for a voice, and then you hear a voice, and it's from and they're in their position of power the whole time. Just get to your point. Just say what you want to say.
Okay, so you want to live in a society where you pull up, and there's an equal power dynamic where you have the same amount of power, and you say, "I'm going to start talking now. I don't care if anyone's listening."
Yeah, that'd be good. So this is Aiden.
Go in the store if you don't like the drive-through.
Aiden campaigned on behalf of.
Don't say campaign. He's the worst player on the Knicks.
I'm trying to make his name a verb.
Me.
Yeah. Oh my God, I just campaigned the other day.
You know what that would mean? It would mean missing shots, turning the ball over, and it would mean like half committing to charges that just end up as blocking fouls every time.
And it would mean going taking heat checks immediately after hitting your only 3 of the game, pulling up from the same spot, going, I'm
just
running this back.
Resting Brunson.
That's a good example of, I think heat checks are one of the worst and dumbest, you're just taking a bad shot because you have been making shots. If you continue to take good shots, your heat will continue. But if you take a heat check, sure, it'll get the crowd into it. But also, if you miss, you just had a 2-second possession.
Yeah, I agree.
I love those coach mic'd up segments.
Oh, those are the best. They always repeat everything, and they say nothing of substance.
We got a rebound.
You got to say it twice, though.
We got a rebound. Just keep those heads up. Keep those heads up.
Just saying nothing.
Yeah.
That was also my experience with just coaches in general. Coaches just talk. If I was a coach, I would say 5 words in my pregame speech. I've heard pregame speeches that made me less interested in playing the game.
Yeah, I think especially once you get to the NBA, because it's like, what are the coaches possibly adding to LeBron?
They played like the It's also it's such a profession for them. Like they're not. I imagine they're not getting as amped up for every game when you're playing 90 million games. The Nuggets pregame speech was one of the most unenthusiastic. Like the coach was just like, or maybe it was the Thunder, or no, it was
the Wolves.
It was the Timberwolves coach, and he was just like, "All right, let's play for your teammates. Let's get out there. Let's play this game."
Yep, take opportunities. Sometimes it's not going to just be for you. Sometimes it'll be for a teammate. So look out for that.
That's just wasted words. That's one of my biggest pet peeves is when people just talk for the sake of talking. And it's just like, we don't need to all stop, get silent to hear that speech. Mm-hmm. No one is getting inspired by that. That would make me potentially want to quit basketball. I'll be totally frank with you.
Wow.
I would potentially walk out of that locker room.
Wow.
If I'm one of the
playoff basketball game.
A playoff basketball game does not matter to me because in my contract, I have a clause where I can walk out of any game at any moment, any time. And if I do, they have to double my salary.
Okay, yeah, deal.
If you're one of the worst lawyers I've ever, you're one of the worst.
What's in it for me, though?
Okay, I can walk out at any time. They have to double my salary, but they don't have to double your salary.
No, give me another one.
Okay, they have to double my salary, but you get a surfboard in your office.
Oh, immediately no. Immediately no.
Because I don't like surfing.
Okay. Do I get one more try?
One more try.
Okay. I can walk out of any playoff game, and also they double my salary, but I can talk to anyone in your family. And you can't talk to them.
Oh, I thought you were saying like no matter what language they speak, you have the ability
I have the
to
ability.
Talk to them.
I'm given the ability to speak any language.
That could be. I could be interested in that.
Okay, because it would potentially help your family dynamic.
And what's in it for me?
What's in it for you? Gift basket.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Gift basket every 10 minutes.
That's good. As long as there's no surfboard in any of them, because I am not interested in that. I do not like surfing as much as other people do. I like it. I just don't love it. I'm not in love with it.
Well, I respect that because you're being honest. A lot of other people would have just taken the surfboard.
No, because I think someone else could get more enjoyment out of it.
We did read the comments, and we saw that people said that we sit too far apart, so we've moved closer to the middle of the couch.
We're probably going to inch progressively closer until we're on top.
And then we're going to rotate. We're going to swap.
We're going to rotate.
And that's how you know when this will be like a progress bar.
Oh, yeah.
We start on the ends, and then we work towards the middle.
That's actually kind of a funny idea that we could do for real.
We could easily. We have the connections to do that.
So, so if you guys are tuning in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to the next podcast, listening 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times.
This is one of those podcasts,
and you see us doing that. You just saw the origin of the idea. Go ahead.
This is one of those podcasts that does get better upon.
I couldn't agree more.
Better upon.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I just got too excited about our podcast. I can just say it. We have a podcast. We have a podcast.
And what's amazing is we've been recording this podcast for 15 years. And
Yeah.
it feels crazy to say that right now. But we've been sitting on this idea, marinating, and go, it's
Yeah.
not right. It's not.
It's
No,
not
it's
ready
not
yet.
time.
No, it's not
It's
time.
not. No, it's not
We
right.
throw it out and we say, we'll try it again. We throw it
That's
out. We
one of
try
my
it again.
biggest pet peeves of. I've been having so many big pet peeves today.
It's my biggest pet peeve.
My biggest pet peeve is when people are in a scene, they're writing or something, and they crumple up. They go, no, and they throw it out.
Whoa.
Save that. You could use.
Save that
You could use that.
That's the first draft, sir. Writing is rewriting. Save that uncrumple it and do not burn it.
And do not burn
Don't
it.
burn your writing. Whoa. Take a picture of it at least first,
Another
and then you
thing.
can do the sentiment.
Another thing. While I'm here, people who write people who are writers, people who are comedians, people who are poets, people who write stuff and they carry around a little notebook and they write and they don't just put it in your phone. You have your phone. I understand the aesthetic is better of a notebook, but if you lose your notebook, you've lost all of your writing.
Well, that's my biggest pet peeve, except, people who are mathematicians, people who are scientists. Why are you carrying around a calculator? I understand it's the aesthetic, but it's in your phone, right? People who are photographers, people who take pictures and videos, it's on your phone. It's on your phone, guys.
Yeah, that's another. That's good.
People who make phone calls with big rotary phones. It's on your phone.
New phone does X-rays.
I genuinely thought you were going to say who dis. New phone who dis.
We can't keep doing these keynotes with this back and forth dynamic. It doesn't work. Let me do my thing, okay?
Okay, all right. So you're just genuinely.
Let me do my thing. New phone.
Whenever you're ready.
No one's laughing in the crowd. You understand how no one in the crowd of, by the way, stadium. They're doing these in stadiums now.
Yes.
Coldplay opened for us
In a product launch.
in a
Yeah.
product launch. Yeah. It's a 2-hour. Their
Right.
only stipulation
Now
is
that we're on the same page,
full
yes.
concert, and they can walk at it any time, and then we have to triple their pay.
But they did request a surfboard.
They did request a surfboard every 10 minutes. Okay, so new phone. It has X-ray now. Everybody's going, oh, we never upgrade the camera. Guess what? It's got X-ray now.
Ooh, yeah, infrared.
That's different. We don't have that, Michael.
Gamma.
Michael, we're not
Micro.
pitching right now. We're not
What if it
pitching right now.
was? What if it was visible light?
What? It was a camera that takes. That's a camera.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No, I just. This is my thought process.
Your
right?
pitch was a camera
I'm
that
speaking
takes
out loud
photos
right now.
of visible light.
I'm speaking out loud.
I'm
right
speaking
now.
my truth.
I'm thinking it. Speak. What's the last thing you've done? What's the last thing you're ever gonna do?
What's the last thing I've done, and what's the last thing I'm ever gonna do?
And how would you like to die? Why are you laughing?
Because it's just a really
Because
amusing.
you have a great answer to that.
You're gonna want to sit down for this.
Okay, I'm sitting.
I love doing this with mics.
Oh, yep.
So my first answer to that question, what is the last thing I do? The fact that you have to ask this really sickens me because we were together. We filmed sketches together. That's what we came off of sketches into this.
Oh, really? I thought the last thing you did was sit down. Oh, really? I thought the last thing you did was say the sentence before the sentence.
Oh, you got a
just said.
haircut?
Oh, really? I thought you got all of them cut.
Did you ever get one?
Not all of them. And there's one hair.
That's a great movie opening intro. The movie's called Hair,
Okay.
and it's about the one hair who didn't get cut.
Oh, that's good. I mean, well, it's a great, next time I'm getting my haircut, I'm going to tell the barber, leave one hair. Because I know there's going to be one person where I say, I got a haircut. And they say, did you get all of them cut? And I say, not all
Everybody's
of them.
got that one friend who, when they get a haircut, they leave that one hair.
1,015.
Aiden's been counting recently, and every once in a while he'll throw in a new number. He's been
One
working on-
1,000. I just counted everything from 1 to 1,000. 2 1,000.
Yeah, why weren't we taught that hack in elementary school?
1,000 or Mississippi?
I have to pick one
Yeah.
to never see
Which-
again in my life.
Yeah. Would you never see the number 1,000 or the state of Mississippi ever again?
Well, this is a very interesting hypothetical. I know
Because
this started
you've
out
been
as a
thinking
joke.
about-
and I'd like to actually broach this into the serious domain matter.
Say that again.
So 1,000. How often are you sure you see it? But usually, okay, let's say it's a dollar amount. There's going to be a 99 on that. There's going to be some sort of tax.
What?
It's never you're never going to see $1,000 straight, just $1,000 as something.
Okay.
Versus Mississippi, I think if you did not see, if you were supposed to see Mississippi and you did not see Mississippi, that'd be more of an issue than if you were supposed to see 1,000 and you didn't see 1,000.
Nah. No, I think 1,000 is more important than Mississippi.
Really?
I really do like this hypothetical. Okay, you were saying like, okay, if this means that like everyone in the state of Mississippi, everyone who's born there, everyone who's ever been there, like doesn't exist, yeah, we're sparing those people. But think about it.
No, that wasn't a hypothetical. It's that they don't exist. It's that the word never doesn't exist. So you would go to Mississippi and there would be all the signage where it would in place of Mississippi.
Yeah.
It
and
would
that's
say
gone?
nothing and also every place where, or it's just for you. Is that the hypothetical?
No, it's overall. But you think that it would be more important to spare Mississippi as a word than the concept of 1,000?
Not the concept of 1,000, just you still have 1,001. You still have 2,000.
Yeah, but everybody, like 1,000 is a very common number to use. It's very clean. It's the basis of the metric system. Like
It's not the
everyone around the world uses 1,000, but only Americans really are concerned with Mississippi.
I can
and people
easily
who
name
count to up to 5. They are concerned with Mississippi. Obviously.
Off the top of my head, I can name 5 of my closest friends who have sworn to never use 1,000, and they're doing fine.
Yeah, somebody said this was like a look into our thought process. So I hope that it's enjoyable. I hope that people are allowed in.
Oh, here you go, getting sentimental.
Just really want to thank all of our first-time listeners. Really, that's my favorite group of you.
We wanted to wait to thank the first-time listeners until we got to the end, because obviously the second time, the third time, all those people, they know
who you are.
So yes, if you're watching this for the first time, this is your first time being thanked as a listener. Now you go back at the beginning, you start the video off, bang! I'm already getting thanked as a second-time viewer and listener. That's going to keep me hooked through the episode. And then we sprinkle in the other ones to keep you hooked.
Yeah.
It's all about staying hooked.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I've never seen no. That was dumb.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say something about I've never seen a fish drive a boat. That was just one of those stream of consciousness things that that's why I bailed on it.
Hey, never seen a fish drive a boat, right? Another day, 19 more. What you gonna do? Can't drive everything. Hey, sun's coming up, moon's going down. Hey, can't sleep underwater when you can't breathe. Hey, only chop a tree down if you got an axe. Hey, never seen a fish before. Hey, didn't get all my hairs cut.
I liked how it was sing-songy at that one point.
I think I blacked out. Yeah, we have a fireplace here, but we never used it.
I've never used a fireplace. No, I've used a fireplace. I've never used our fireplace because we're in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah. Sunny Los Angeles.
We are in sunny Los Angeles, and it knows what partners right along with sunny.
There's
is
a fireplace
hot Los
outside.
Angeles.
It's called the Sun.
If you ever heard of the sun, it's free.
The UV was like 10
You
yesterday.
know, the way that this economy's going, they're probably going to start charging for the sun.
They're putting tariffs on the Sun.
Yep, great. Just great.
Great.
Did you hear the news?
Great. Now what?
They put tariffs on the sun.
I just said that. Are you serious? You
Sorry, I
want
was
to
reading
take credit
when
for
you said
everything.
that.
And everyone heard yours, so now
Yeah.
you get credit.
Yep.
Oh, great. Okay.
This is how news travels. No, but I love the smell of a fireplace. I think that's just the gas, but like we have a fireplace at home.
You like the smell of
gas.
gas fireplaces?
I like
That's
the
what
smell
you
of a gas leak.
Oh,
I
my
guess
God.
that's what.
Did someone turn the stove on? Oh, I would just love to stay in with a warm blanket and the smell of a
Yeah,
gas.
tell you what, it
fireplace.
helps you fall asleep quick.
Yeah.
Quickly, excuse me.
I like the smell of vodka and carbon monoxide.
In the
And I
morning?
like it. I get it. Apocalypse Now. I almost said Arrested Development instead of Apocalypse
Well, it's also from
Now.
Airplane.
No.
There is a quote in Airplane where
What? What is it?
hey kid, you like wasn't it like, I don't know. Everyone watch Airplane.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Yeah, I think that was a reference to Apocalypse Now, no?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I thought he like asks multiple questions. I don't know. Everybody watch Airplane.
Yes.
If humans could make spider webs, I would be doing that all damn day. Where's Ryan? Where do you think he is? He's up.
Yeah, look up. Say that again.
I'd be doing patterns. I wouldn't trap people in them.
You've been doing it all damn day.
Ryan, you have to go to your job. Stop making Yeah, do you think if humans could make spider webs, it'd be like a fun, playful activity, or would it be more like transportation or home
think
development?
It would be used for storage more than anything else.
Yeah.
Because, you could just put like stuff up in the corner.
So you'd just be storing things around the house all damn day?
All damn day.
Okay, yeah.
I'd be ripping that.
And would you also be eating flies, or is it just humans making spider webs, but they're the same?
I think it'd be the same. Well, maybe it would change like what we eat. I don't imagine we'd be catching.
That was the question. Yeah, that was the one aspect.
Well, I
of
would
the
be eating
question.
flies because I'm still a human size. Like a spider wouldn't eat like the tiniest tiny little thing of all time. Like a fly is proportionally large to them, so it'd have to be like catching chickens. And I don't know about you, but when I look around our house, I don't see any chickens running around.
Oh. Yeah, I think that's because you need the infrared goggles that only I have.
So yeah, I'd like to make spider webs for people.
Spider-Man.
I don't quite understand how Shark Tank works. I'd like you guys to do that.
Yeah.
I'd like you to
God,
try.
I have a great idea, you guys. Don't take this though. Do not steal this idea.
Yeah.
It's my idea.
Oh, new show called Patent Race, where you pitch a really good idea and then you have to race to see if you can patent it before everyone else.
That's interesting.
So it's not about the process of creating the product. It's about the legalese and the process of gaming the courts and getting it pushed through. It's a who do you know sort of game.
Yeah.
They've been asking for that as a follow-up to The Bachelor. One season of The Bachelor, instead of it being one guy dating, 20 girls, rather, it's one guy pitching a product and then racing to get the patent.
That's pretty great. Yeah, that's
it
pretty
would
epic.
still be called The Bachelor, obviously, to preserve the IP and keep that audience, but it would be just a slightly shifted concept.
Okay. Yeah.
And I know what you're all saying is, oh, I've seen this before. Okay, so thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for consuming in any way that this has gotten to you.
No matter how many times you've listened to this the entire way through, even if it's just once.
That's fine.
3, 2, 1. Thank you.